Alright, what's going on, you guys? So those of you who watch my channel for bodybuilding and powerlifting stuff, this video might not be for you. This video is basically going to be about a collection, a little hobby that I have of collecting Redwall figures. They're Redwall figures, books, everything, miscellaneous Redwall stuff, which was basically a book series when I was a kid. When I found my collection from when I was a kid about a year ago, and I started looking up the books and stuff online, and I realized, books nowadays are dirt cheap. People are practically giving away these books, and I found most of this stuff for like $1 a book. So I started collecting the stuff again because it was cheap. When I was a kid, I didn't have the money to be collecting this stuff. I've got money now, so I can buy pretty much whatever I wanted to satisfy anything I wanted as a kid. So the little kid inside of me is pretty happy. But anyway, a lot of you probably have a weird off-the-wall hobby that if you search the internet or you search YouTube, there might only be 1 or 2 videos, and that's really all the content that's out there. So I kind of wanted to make this video because if you search for Redwall or Brian Jacques, there's really nothing on YouTube, really not a whole lot of stuff on the internet. So for the remaining fans, I kind of want to do an inventory of what I believe is the most complete Redwall collection ever assembled, because I got kind of crazy with this shit. I probably have over 150, 200 Redwall books on my shelf. I have almost all the figures. I got all the audio books, all the collections. I've got all the Redwall Readers Club stuff from when I was a kid. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all that stuff right now. So again, if you're into bodybuilding, powerlifting, you don't have to watch this. But if you're a Redwall fan, you're probably going to enjoy this. Guys, I've been waiting for this package to come for a while now. It's probably one of the rarest Redwall collector's items anywhere. It's taken me forever to find this. I'm going to do an unboxing video here if I can do this with my hand. Alright, so I've got it open here. Let's crack that. There we go. Get this open. There we go. Alright, let me get this unwrapped. So for those of you that don't know what this is the Redwall character Matthias from the Redwall book series by Brian Jacques. And this is one of, let's see, this is number 29 out of 7,500 sculptures made by Julie London. And basically, when I was a kid, I was only able to get my hands on, this was probably 10 years ago, this was probably 15 years ago when I was a kid. My aunt for Christmas, she got me 2 of these figures, and they were the 2 mole characters, Grumm and Bungo, and those are the more common statues. And this is one of the rarest ones there was. And when I was a kid, I didn't really have any money to be buying stuff like this for my collection. So as I got older and I got more money, I followed, on eBay, you can follow searches. So I followed the Redwall search. Every time a new Redwall item would come up, I'd get a notification on my phone. And the other day, I got a notification that Matthias, the figure, was listed for $60. I'd only seen this guy posted one other time on eBay, and the price was $550. So I decided to just go ahead and buy this for 60 bucks. It's brand new. It came with the original packaging. It came with the original, the original Redwall booklet. I mean, I know this is kind of lame for those of you who are following me for bodybuilding and powerlifting. So, but I'm doing this just because I'm a little kid. So when I was a kid, I got Grumm, which is this character right here, the mole, and I got Bungo. So as you can see, those guys, actually there's only 5,000 printed of those, so those guys were actually more rare, but they were the cheaper ones. So 28 bucks for the Grumm, 18 bucks for the Bungo. So I had both of those, but Matthias at the time was $42, and I think I was like an 8 to 10 year old kid $42 is a lot of money, man. I didn't have that kind of money. So this is what we're looking at. I found Late Rose on eBay a couple months ago for $20, brand new in the box, as I'll probably show you guys shortly. So thanks for watching, guys. I finally got my crown jewel of my Redwall collection. I hope you appreciated this little tidbit of information. Guys, so we're going to start with the top shelf here. So this is really all the audio books that I have. I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 audio books. So my audiobook collection really isn't that much up to par. I've got 2 complete brand new sets of the Brian Jacques Build Your Own Redwall Abbey. So basically what this video is going to be is, if you guys are into Redwall, this is what's out there for you guys to collect. These are the things that you guys can find. So this is the Build Your Own Redwall Abbey. This is brand new. Everything's in the original packaging. And I've got 2 of those. I managed to find those for about $20 each. But a lot of places are selling them for well over $100. So these things are the things that were pretty much impossible to find. This was the original Redwall gift set that was only available to the Redwall Readers Club probably 10-15 years ago. It really took me a long time to find that. I found it on a really, a website not even related to Redwall stuff. Just some random guy was selling it. I just got lucky and found it. This is much more rare than the Brian Jacques Redwall Readers Club edition. This is the Redwall Trilogy. This is about 20, maybe 25 years old. This was the first ever boxed set released of Redwall books. I don't even remember how I found this, but I got it for about $10. And even, the original price is still on there. I mean, this is really hard to find. I don't know if anybody who collects Redwall stuff will ever be able to find this boxed Redwall Trilogy set. This was really hard for me to find, and I'm really proud that I was able to find that. So let's get down to the next section here, which might be the most interesting to a lot of you. So when I was younger, I was in the Redwall Readers Club, so I knew about the figures. Now, a lot of people who are just getting into Redwall probably don't know about these figures because it was a really limited thing. They were only done for probably a couple years. They were sold. They were limited edition by Julie London, Redwall figurines. There was only, I think, 5,000 to 7,000 of each character printed, and these things are almost impossible to find. You can't find them on book websites, obviously. They're not sold by the Readers Club anymore because the Readers Club doesn't exist. So really your best bet is eBay. So I've got Matthias, I've got Grumm, I've got Bungo, I've got Late Rose. And the only guy I'm missing is Martin the Warrior here. But I've managed to assemble all 4 of these. And in these 2 boxes over here, I have 2 brand new unopened Grumm and Bungos, and then there's the box for the Late Rose. So let me move this here. So also, let's see. So paperbacks. Basically, when I found my collection, I already had pretty much every single US edition of the paperbacks. I've even got the Redwall Graphic Novel here. I don't even know if I can get it out. It's packed so tight. I've got the Redwall Winter's Tale, the Great Redwall Feast, obviously. And then I've got every single UK edition of all the Redwall books, in addition to the old American editions of the first couple Redwall books, Mosslfower, Mariel, Redwall, and Matameo. I've got of course I've got all the Tribes of Redwall, Friend and Foe. Got the Redwall Tribes of Redwall Otters. We got the Redwall map. What else we got here? Tribes of Redwall Mice. Tribes of Redwall Badgers. And let's go ahead, and I've also got another brand new unopened Friend and Foe and another Tribes of Redwall Otters. So I've got all those. I've also got the Redwall Journal, which was only available to the Redwall Readers Club members. I've got 3 of these ultra rare Redwall Diaries that were only published in 1996. These are also something that's like pretty much impossible to find. It took me a while to find these. Again, I found these on some off-the-wall type websites. A website I use a lot is called Alibris. It's a bookseller website. It's basically just people selling books for like 99 cents a pop. That's where I got a lot of this stuff. I've got the original Welcome to Redwall little intro book This was like available as a promo item at bookstores. Let me put these back. Oh, also I've got the brand new 2014 edition of Redwall that was published by, let's see who it's published by. It's published by Vintage Books. So this is a brand new cover done of Redwall. That costed me about 20 bucks, I think. I got it for full price. This wasn't used. It's a brand new book. See if I can get that back in there. No. Alright, so let's go back down to the second shelf here. Let me move these onto my bed over here. Alright. Oh shit. Alright, so on the second shelf here, I've got every UK edition of all of the hardbacks, and I've got doubles of Triss, doubles of Hyrule Lane. I forget how I came across those doubles, but every single one, including, oh shit, where is it? This version of Redwall right here. This is probably one of the rarest things I've got. This is a limited author's copy of Redwall. Author's limited edition. 76 out of 500. This was only available to Redwall Readers Club members back in the day. This is very rare. I've seen this go for $500 to $600 on eBay. That's probably the most expensive, rarest thing I have in my collection, next to Matthias here. I've seen Matthias on eBay for as much as $500 to $600 as well, but I paid about $60 for him. So every UK edition of all the Redwall books, probably the rarest ones being Salamandastron, or Salamandastron, however you want to pronounce it. That's one of the rarest covers. The old Mariel of Redwall, almost brand new looking. This is a really rare cover. Let's see, Matameo. That was pretty hard for me to track down, this old cover of Matameo. The basic ones like Marlfox, Tagarung, Lord Brocktree, those ones are pretty common to find. The Outcast of Redwall, pretty much brand new. Mosslfower, that was pretty hard for me to find. The very old cover of Mosslfower. Then these newer editions of Loamheads, Triss, Rackety Tam, and Hyrule Lane. Those are a little bit taller than the regular old school ones. The Bellmaker, I think this one was pretty hard for me to track down. I think I paid like $30 for the Bellmaker, probably $30 for Matameo, $30 for Mariel of Redwall, probably $10 for Mosslfower. All these other hardbacks I paid about $3 each for. So the rare ones I paid about $20 to $30 for, because I couldn't find those on any of my dollar websites. So most of these are the US editions. I have every US edition of all the hardbacks. Most of these I already had with my original collection, all 22, from when I was a kid. So I already had pretty much most of these, and the rest I got for about $1 from various, excuse me, from various Goodwill like type websites, just places selling books. I didn't really know what the books were, just selling them for like $1 a piece. The US covers really aren't that rare. I'm trying to think if any of these are really rare covers. Nah, not really. Probably the only cool looking one, the coolest looking one I think, is the US cover of the Bellmaker. That's an awesome looking book. But really these probably weren't really not all that rare. This shelf right here, I might have to turn on the light for you here. I'm about to turn on the flash. I'll put the flash on for you. Now this shelf is these are probably some of the things that you guys are never gonna see on a typical book website. These are all advanced reader copies of Redwall books. So these are books that were released before the books were actually published. So these are unedited. These have all the original errors, all the misspells. These are all the original versions of the books before they went through the editing phase of the process. So I've got Lord Brocktree Advanced Reader's copy. I've got Legend of Luke. This one's not an ARC, I don't think. This one is just an autographed copy of Redwall that I have. See, I've got the Marlfox Advanced Reader's copy, the Long Patrol Advanced Reader's copy before they even had the cover art done. So this was a very early ARC, like Lord Brocktree, Legend of Luke, Marlfox. They all have the cover art already on them. Triss, again, before they even had the cover art ready, Advanced Reader's copy. Then I've got the Tagarung Advanced Reader's copy. those are really the only ones that I was able to track down. Actually, the person that I bought some of my Redwall figures from gave me this Legend of Luke for free with my order. Then, of course, I've got the Redwall 20th Anniversary Edition that came out in 2007. This has a complete set of the Redwall trading cards inside of it. Actually, let me open this up for you. So it has a slide out here. And it actually has Redwall divided into 3 books here. So let's open this up. So book 1, book 2, book 3, then a complete set of trading cards, which is this is one of my favorite collector's items here. If I can figure out how to close it the right way. I think this is a really cool, you know, little commemorative Redwall thing. Let me put this back in the box. Make it fit. There we go. That's one of my favorite Redwall things right there. And of course, I've got 2 of those because, you know, I'm crazy. Again, here's the 2007 collector's edition. That's not the boxed set, so this is just a regular collector's edition hardback that came out in 2007. Here's the 1997 collector's edition. This has full color illustrations on the inside. So let's open this up. It's illustrated by Troy Howell. This was pretty hard for me to track down as well. So full color illustrations. If you're a Redwall collector, you should definitely try to find this. This is pretty hard to find. I used to have 2 copies of it, but I sold one on eBay for 50 bucks to make some more money to spend on the figures. So this right here is the UK 10th anniversary Redwall Collector's Edition. This is also pretty hard to find with the gold print. This has full color illustrations on the inside as well. A full map of, you know, Mosslfower and all that stuff. Let's see if I can find one of the illustrations. What was that? There we go. There's one. So very beautiful illustrations on this. This cost me about $15, but I've seen this sell for as much as $300 on eBay. So then we've got Mosslfower Illustrated Collector's Edition. I think this is also the 10th anniversary of Mosslfower. This has a full page illustrations, but not full color. It's black and white. It's also autographed. All 3 of these copies of Mosslfower autographed collector's editions. Here's the 2 new editions, the 2 newest Redwall books. The Sable Queen, the Road Crew. I haven't even read these 2 yet, so I need to get on that. And of course, I've got Brian Jacques' other books, Castaways of the Flying Dutchman, Voyage of the Slaves, Angel's Command, and I also have those in paperback form. I don't have... Shit, which one am I missing? I'm missing Voyage of the Slaves in paperback, so I need to get on that. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I almost forgot. I have all the Redwall DVDs here, and these are in the collector's edition covers. Look how dusty they are. They're in the original collector's edition covers. I've seen these sell for $200 each on eBay. I got these, you know, when they first came out though, for probably 15 bucks. So I got season 1, which is based on Redwall. Season 2, which is based on Martin the Warrior. Season 3, based on Matameo. So those are pretty rare. What else did I not show you? This alternate version of Triss, the alternate cover art version from the UK. That's a different version than this version of Triss right here. So that's an alternate cover art that's pretty hard to find. So that's pretty much my book collection. Now let me show you some of the stuff I've got from the Readers Club.